The filter-free diary. Uh,
Good morning. It's about 9:30 or so in the morning. And I thought I would tell you a little bit about this camp since this has turned out to be like a really good camping experience and maybe you want to check it out. It's Lake Monroe campgrounds and I think that's in Sanford, but it could be in like the very edge of Volusia County. I'll be honest. It was a little confusing. Like, I had to drive really far into Volusia to pay for cash to pay for the campsite. But then I can get to the campsite like right off the the highway at was it exit 104 or something like that. Driving and maps are not really my thing. Anyways, this has been like a really good camping experience. The bathrooms are always clean. The what do you call them? The campgrounds workers. They will sell you like a whole lot of firewood for $5 and a penny. Don't forget the penny. Um, and then it's enough to like make like significant amounts of fires, especially if what you did was go to Lowe's and pick up like a bundle of wood. The wood here is like almost 2-3 times as big as the wood they sell at Lowe's. So definitely awesome. And apparently they have a shit ton of firewood. So very cool. Um, yeah, I would recommend this. If I was going to stay in this country, I would come back here and I would go camping. I would go camping here in the winter times though. Probably not in October since we're heating up the planet and it's still fucking warm. Like it's in the 90s. Probably like towards the end of October, I would go, when it gets to be down in the 80s or the 70s. But this was a really cool experience. I would definitely recommend this. And if you're wondering why I'm not going to talk about the hotel, is because the hotel was not a good experience. And my thoughts are, I can share negative experiences as long as I don't label them, right? Like I can talk about my ex and you don't know my ex's name, so you could just get the lesson and you don't have to black out a person, because at some point my ex might decide to, I don't know, grow up and mature and be a responsible adult that can take care of himself, and then at that point, maybe he's no longer a loser. and he can move on and have good life experiences with other human beings. so of course I wouldn't name him, because problems are temporary and problems can always change if we want to fix them, right? If we don't want to fix them, we can't fix them. Like my landlord former landlord that has a house full of black mold and rust, and the oven isn't working and is constantly beeping and driving someone insane, and bug city under the house. I'm not going to tell you the address of that place, because maybe the landlord will get his shit together and fix it and it'll be a decent place. Bad things can change. Good things can change too, but good things I will name. I will tell you about so you can experience them. In fact, the lot I'm on in this campsite is lot number 8. But you can't ask for a specific lot unless you book the reservation yourself online. But this is like a much bigger lot. So yeah, I will tell you all the stuff about good experiences, including names and personalization. But the bad stuff, it's it's a work in progress. Maybe it'll get better. And then, maybe renting that place in Castleberry will not be a death trap. You know? I do want to add one thing. So, remember this ring? How it's like an Aura ring? It reads my biodata. My biodata has been tanked for so many months. It actually kind of frustrated me, and I took the ring off for a little while. I don't know if you noticed. We took a lot of my rings off for a while. I was like having a moment. Anyways, I put my rings back on a couple days ago, like a week ago. I don't know. Started reading my biodata again, and it was shitty until I started sleeping out here in the campgrounds. Now all of a sudden my biodata is coming up off the fucking floor. And I have thoughts about that. You know, air systems in houses and hotels that have dust, that are constantly filling up our lungs with dust and ash. Which is one of the reasons, you know, I have this air purifier in the house. I had 4 of them because I was scared about the black mold and I couldn't fix it. But yeah, now that I'm not sleeping there and living there anymore, my biodata is improving. Like it had tanked all the way down to the bottom. I was so mad. I couldn't figure out what I was doing wrong. This is why I took off the ring. I was like, fuck you. I don't like this data and I don't know how to fix it. Fuck you. Don't tell me anymore. Yeah, go figure. Anyways, I just thought I would share that with you guys. Have a good morning.